In our last lesson, we learned 山上 means the mountaintop, and 山下 means the bottom of the mountain. Today, we learned 上面 means the top side, and 下面 means the bottom side. 上 和下 are very important words, so let's learn to write them. But first, a Mandarin secret. The hint of this secret is an arrow. We have already learned that many Chinese characters came from pictures. For example, words like 人, 女, 山 are all pictograms called 象形字. But pictures were not the only way that Chinese words were formed. Some Chinese characters came from symbols that represented ideas. For example, an arrow pointing up tells us to look up, while an arrow pointing down tells us to look down. Words created this way are called idiograms, or 指示字. 上和下 are idiograms. Both characters started with a flat line representing the ground. A dot on top meant the top, while a dot below meant the bottom. Over time, these words evolve into the characters we have now for 上和下. To write 上, we start with a vertical line, 上到下. You can think of this as the trunk of a tree. Then we draw a short horizontal line about halfway through the vertical line. This is like a tree branch growing out of the trunk. Finally, we draw a longer horizontal line at the bottom, 左到右. This represents the ground where the tree was planted. You can even imagine 小鸟 sitting on the tree branch. Now you try. Next, let's write 下. This time, we start with the long flat line representing the ground, 左到右. Then we draw the vertical line right down the middle, 上到下, like this. Think of this as the tunnel dug by a prairie dog. And finally, the same prairie dog decides to make another tunnel to the right. That's how we write 下. Now you try. Just like that, we've learned to write 上和下. Not too bad, right? I think we're ready for today's homework.